What is up? How's it going? Welcome, BTC community, XRP community, DLT community, crypto community, BLUECREW, and all the communities out there. Guys, welcome to another Crypto and Chill live stream. We're hanging out with the BLUECREW, the Green Giants, the Ledger Citizens. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. How's everybody doing there? How's your Sunday going, everybody? Hopefully you guys are having a good beginning, mid, and end of your day, wherever you are. If the matrix code in Hebrew or Japanese, that's an interesting one. Work until I moon. Much love and bless up. What's up, work until I moon? We got a green giant amongst us. And guys, once again, thank you for your support. I'm not a pro trader. I'm not a financial advisor. And I'll never tell you what to do. Appreciate everybody who's hitting the likes on the way in. Thanks to any new subscribers. And once again, guys, if you haven't checked out our Ledger City radio channel, please just type that in the search on YouTube and you'll be able to find Ledger City Radio there. And if you like it, that would be awesome if you could subscribe. That would be great. Check Michael Saylor Twitter, said he's buying 1 billion GDLT tokens. Oh man, we're going for it. Here we go. Here we go. He's bought out the rest of the supply and then some. I'm a holder, probably best way for me as I hate dealing with exchanges and doing trading. D. Haviland, I hear you. It figures we'll be super rich during the apocalypse. Yeah, looks like it, huh? Oh man, YouTube overload. Yeah, man, we're going to do a Jitsi chat as well. So, you know, I'm going to send out the link there. Let's set it up. Let me show you guys how fast it is to set up a meeting with Jitsi. Just jump on in. Start a meeting. And there we go. We're off and running. Join meeting. Bam. All I need to do now is just invite somebody who wants to jump in and have a discussion. We're using the Sunday chat to bring the community together. Have a conversation. Once again, Berserker doing his thing over there. We were in his live chat earlier today, and always good times hanging out with the Berserker. We're just kind of riding off that buzz right there and then just looking to see if any other BLUECREW want to join in. Jump in and join us here. Appreciate everybody. What's up, BLUECREW? What's up, Green Giants? Looks like XRP is still above 80 cents, which is good to see. Solana taking a little bit of a dip underneath the 90 cent or $90 range. Looks like Reaper Coin, Contentos, Zenzo, Ethereum Classic, Telecoin. DeFi Land not doing too bad. DeFi Land to 2 cents. This has been a fun one to be a part of, you guys. I think gamification of DeFi and what they're doing is very interesting. The investors that are backing this project, I've been enjoying it, and hopefully we could see the price just continue to soar towards the upside. They've been burning good amount of the supply, and I've been stacking up a good amount with the passive income that they have in staking. But yeah, once again, guys, feel free to jump in on the Jitsi chat. We got Bird Dog in the house. What's up, Bird Dog? Let me lower the music here. We got the Bird Dog in the house. What's up, my man?
Oh, not much. I'm just trying to figure out this. I can't see everyone else.
No, yeah, I got you. I'll split it up. Here we go. There we go. It's just you and me for now, but we got this going on. There we go. You see my GD logo at least, right?
Yes.
Okay, right on. Hey, what's up, man? And Bullish BK in the house. Hans Loaded in the house. Guys, feel free to jump in on the Meet Jitsi. You just saw how fast I was able to set it up and how fast Bird Dog was able to fly on in here. Loving Jitsi, built on decentralized cloud infrastructure. Pretty cool app. Censorship resistant. Gotta love it. So what are you up to, man? How's it going? Long time no see. We were hanging out in Berserker's live stream there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good mixed crowd. I like it. I like, you know, there's some OGs in there. You know, Jim D and Apex Crypto. And then I noticed even like Alan, you know, he has experience in crypto. It's funny how we attract such intellectuals, which is a good thing in this space.
Right.
You could tell people that when they sink their teeth into a topic, you can tell they don't just dive in, they research it and then they go, this is a thing. So it's pretty interesting.
I have to agree. I have to agree. It's we got a very unique, original thinkers in the XRP community, especially, and then definitely in Berserker's channel. Got people who are jumping in, talking red pill, talking all that good stuff.
And I can't help but talk red pill. I just can't help myself. Any conversation I'm in, it just goes that way. Yeah, and then, I mean, sheesh, we didn't even touch on NFTs. I mean, the NFT realm is a whole nother, a whole nother aspect of crypto.
Right.
I love the passive income. I love while I'm waiting for XRP to do its thing, I'm still earning. I was in silver forever, and I was waiting for the fundamentals were saying it was going to go, astronomical. So I don't want to relive the silver story. I have XRP.
Right.
I also want to earn as I'm waiting. I want to earn as well.
Yep, I hear you. And yeah, I'm stacking up on precious metals too. I believe in having some, hedging in all directions, right? Just being prepared for whatever direction it may go to, and still yet somehow making money, depending on the directions it does go into. Once again, guys, I've shared the link in here. If anybody else wants to join me and Bird Dog, we're talking some crypto. Appreciate the 7 likes, the 9 viewers. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome Sunday wherever you are. I try to pop up the tiger here on the Jitsi, but for some reason it's just not working out. So give me a second. I'm just going to close down my face rig thing, and then we're going to try to get the tiger on here because, yeah, I want to make it a kind of group community Sunday right now with this. Did I close this down? What did I do? Oh, there we go. Thanks for... Gee, did you get Stodes NFT? I didn't get Stodes. I did not get a Stodes NFT. Have you bought any NFTs recently, Birdog? Do you jump in the NFT game, dude? Are you hearing me? Oh man, what's going on here?
Okay, sorry,
there we go.
Sorry, I couldn't get the button. Anyway, I do have some NFTs, but I'm not super knowledgeable, so to speak. I don't really get NFTs unless they have utility. Obviously, things like Gala ecosystem and all these other ones, unless they have immediate utility. So I'm still learning about the whole NFT market in general.
Right.
So I can't speak intelligently about it. I mean, I have the ones that I get, right, and that also earn me passive income.
Yeah, exactly. It's about trying to acquire NFTs that'll accrue value over time, obviously, but also, having passive income NFT opportunities where maybe they even airdrop you other NFTs that you can eventually sell for a profit. NFTs is a little bit of a tougher space. I think there was I think there's still a golden period going on with it right now, but, just earlier, later and earlier 2022 or later 2021, that seemed like a really prime time to be just trying to flip NFTs left and right. 2002 all
trying
packed.
To figure out.
Oh,
I was trying to figure out these buttons are a little different. Sorry, I'm a slow learner. Go ahead.
All good, man. Yeah, 20022 all packed and ready to fly. Yeah, does anybody here have ISO 20022 cryptos? If so, which ones? Do you have all of them? Do you know of which ones are ISO 20022 compliant? I have like just the basic ones here. I have XRP, XLM, XDC for sure. Got a little bit of Quant and obviously HBAR. I'm still trying to stack up on Cypherium and LTO, but I got ALGO for sure.
Are you bullish on LTO? I saw LTO earlier last year on Pancake Swap.
That's the thing with LTO, that it's not very liquid and it's not on any big market exchanges yet. They're saying they're ISO 20022 compliant and have all this stuff, all these connections. So it's kind of strange that your only liquidity or way to access is through Pancake Swap. So that's why I don't have any LTO as well.
Wait, Algorand? You hold Algorand? That's ISO compliant, right?
Yeah, I'm excited for Algorand. I'm more bullish on XRP and XLM, but Algorand, I think it's definitely worth just having a nice long-term hodl bag and seeing what happens with that one. Legendary saying, never really heard of LTO. Yeah, I'll show you guys on the screen right now on the display here, just kind of what LTO network is and why it seems pretty appealing, but it's just whack that you can only get it on PancakeSwap. On-chain trust, you can see the ISO logo right here on the front of their website, right? What is LTO network? A hybrid blockchain. People are definitely interested in hybrid blockchains as well, like, for example, XDC. Verifiable credentials, issue accreditations using the W3C digital ID and verifiable credentials standard. Stake LTO, run a node. I think they're backed by Binance. I think there's something going down with them and Binance. But as you can see here, partners, over 100K daily transactions, considered a top 15 blockchain. I mean, I don't know where they get these numbers from. Like, once again, they could be a bad actor, but IBM, INATBA, ISO organization, right? Active contributor to the ISO organization. Certic, Anchor. So some interesting, like, you know, I don't know if they're legit or not to say. Once again, I don't really have like any position on them, but so far as I heard, they're working with ISO 20022 compliant, and same thing with Cypherium. Cypherium seems a little bit kind of sketchy, but they say all the right buzzwords. CBDC, ISO 20022. SHX, I forgot about SHX. I got that, Muleshoe. Yeah, I got that. How about you, Birddog? You got any of those?
No, actually. I mean, how hard is it to be ISO compliant? If you know, what's the requirements there? How solid is that? If something like, the reason I ask is like, okay, if LTO is like so under the radar, and they are ISO 222 compliant, that's what I call it.
Right.
Maybe they're sleeping. You know, if it's difficult to get that to get compliant, are they like a early investment? Is it a good time to jump in? Basically, is what I'm saying. You know, we already know about the big ones. You already mentioned the big ones, but I'm just wondering, like, no one knows about LTO, but they are compliant with. I'm just wondering if that's a big. How complicated can any project become ISO compliant if they apply? I can't. I don't know the actual requirements.
Right. Yeah, what is it? What does it take to be ISO 20022 compliant is a great question. I'm not too sure of it myself. And once again, LTO is just stating it. A lot of these cryptos just state it, but there's no proof of, you know, sometimes ISO 20022 acknowledging them on the other end, or, you know, anybody from the standards body. Now, we know for sure with Stellar and XRP that they've been, you know, affiliated with ISO 20022. So XTZ, I would love to think Tezos is ISO 20022. I just haven't found any direct confirmation of it, but I see them, you know, part of Securitize and that platform. I have a feeling they may be. I just haven't been able to find any concrete news with Tezos there. But I do throw them in that bunch because I believe they are enterprise crypto, but for some reason nobody takes them too seriously. Yet they're building out a heck of a platform there. Ali G in the house. What's up, Ali G? Good to see you.
Yeah, I have a list kind of like yours where I just add I don't hold all the cryptos, but I have my list keeps getting, we're so early with these projects. Like, you know, my list keeps getting longer and longer of potential projects that I'm keeping an eye on. I just can't get over how early we are. It's kind of like in the internet days, all these websites and web companies. It's like there's even projects and companies that haven't even been created yet, that don't even exist yet, that are going to come in. I'm just so bullish, man. It's not even funny. I kind of consolidated a lot of my cryptos into like a top 10. So the ones that I'm bullish on, obviously XRP, for me, XRP is my biggest. And then of course I have like, you know, the other, what I consider blue chips, the XLM, the V chains, the HBARs, etc. So But after we get some moonshots, I have an Excel spreadsheet that I'm going to start diversifying with some of those other ones for more long-term hodls. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Last year, I had 50 cryptos.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
now I kind of, you know what I mean? I kind of shrunk that down to like a good 10 because I can't hit every, there's so many good ones. There's so
Yeah.
many good ones. You know, G, my thoughts on the market in general, and I want to get your take on this. I think that in April, we are going to get some moonshot. I think April and May is going to be very good for price.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Dude, the way the charts are looking and the way we've been projecting, it looks like April and May look like they're going to be bullish. Just because we've been hitting some really long-term support trend lines that if we have any hopes of a continuation of a bull cycle and bullish adoption, and especially to the level of what like 2017, 2018 was, where it was just like bonkers, right? Like if you thought early 2021 was amazing, and yes, it did lift the market up over 2 trillion, but I'm talking about like where crypto that year 2017 2018 I don't think was the only time we're going to just see utter bonker like type of moonshots just going all around in crypto. I think we still have another phase of adoption to go, and yeah, this next one could happen in April or May, and it could be a hell of a summer. um, I certainly hope so, but dude, global catalysts keep coming every time it seems like there's no way but up, right? Every time it seems like, okay, hey, we already created this next leg. We're creating a higher low than the previous low. It's game on. And then next thing you know, they suck you back in and say, oh, there's a war going on. The markets have crashed. Are you surprised, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you, man.
I feel bullish though. I feel really bullish for April and May. I mean, I'm excited.
Same.
It just depends on right now we just haven't had that excitement like we did in 2021 there, where the mass media just couldn't help but talk about crypto and NFTs. And
Yeah.
I don't know, like they make money from us, from like crypto people paying attention to these articles and all the news and the highlights of crypto on TV shows like Simpsons and SNL. They're getting like a certain fan base they never would have otherwise. So I think that talk is just going to continue. People love seeing crypto commercials in the Super Bowl, right? So
yeah,
it's just they know this
Crypto.com is everywhere. Yeah. They're marketing, lots of money in the marketing to the regular people. I mean, I imagine that means that's going to equal more liquidity into the market. People are going to invest and add liquidity. Imagine, obviously, we have big wigs like Grayscale, but imagine some of these other legacy huge companies decide to diversify and add 2% of their assets into crypto just because it's the thing, and it's validated by sources they consider legitimate, so to speak. So I mean, that alone,
yeah. And all this stuff that since we've been going sideways and having selling pressure, all I've been hearing is just other people investing into crypto. Coinbase now allowing for Solana assets to be added. Like they're getting just ready for the next wave.
Yeah.
They know a next wave is coming. Everybody's preparing and taking this time to prepare, while other people are like, oh, I don't know, I think it might have just been a phase, or like, oh, we're in a bear market for another couple of years.
Dude, the fear dude, I've seen, I know you're members of a lot of like, community, like Discords and things. The fear, it's weird to see the fear and index.
Yeah.
In real time, like when prices are, you can't bore me out of the market. I already know what I hold. I've done my homework. You're never going to bore me out of the market. But the FUD when prices are like this, you get into those chats, and it is weird how I'm literally watching the fear in index happen in real time, and I'm telling people, I don't really participate much anymore, but except I always put positivity in chats when I can. But it's just strange to hear they ask over and over again, is this gonna, is this a thing? It's like, gosh, man, you guys are so wishy-washy. Talk about lettuce hands.
Dude,
Sheesh.
Exactly. There's people who are very reactive to price. And so it's funny. You don't hear people being scared when the market's going up. You know, when the market's going up,
Yeah.
everybody's celebrating and freaking,
And they're buying.
Exactly. They're buying and rubbing it in each other's faces and saying like, haha, like I made a profit. And like for me, that is the time to be taking profits. When everybody's celebrating and going like, oh, it can't go anywhere but up from here, and you're just seeing a straight line up on the charts, that's when it's like a good time to at least be contemplating taking some short-term profits, whatever scale that you think is appropriate, obviously. But and everybody does their own thing here, but yeah, it's just funny how people's emotions are very reactive towards price. So price has been dipping for about a year or so. Everybody just keeps thinking it's just going to continue to dip.
Yeah.
And then it starts to go up, and they keep finding ways to argue. They're like, well, it's going to go down eventually. It's like, no, you just missed an opportunity to buy a dip here and capitalize on it, you know?
That's why I'm done sharing the message to the those who don't want to hear the message.
Yeah.
I'm only going to participate in crypto with people in communities like this that are already in, and we just talk with like-minded people. I tried to share, and the purpose wasn't for selfish reasons. Like, dude, you guys, I want all that doom and gloom stuff we were talking about on the other channel. It's like I want you guys to be in a good position.
Yeah.
And I'm done with that. I mean, it's a futile effort. So I've done my homework. And I know it's amazing. I know we're someone in the echo chamber here. It's amazing we take for granted,
right?
ISO 200, 220 compliant. It's like we take it for granted. We're knowledgeable in this community. We've done our homework, and it's just amazing how far ahead we are from the rest of the masses. I mean, wait till flipping the switch.
Yeah.
People go, oh my God, like, yeah, we're. Like XRP Bags, I mean, his music just tells it all. Like, I told you so. I'm Ghost. Dude,
that's gonna be like the most amazing day if or when the price of XRP is like close to triple digits or something, and people are just looking back and going, "Whoa, what a time to have been in that community when XRP Bags was releasing like hit after hit." Like that's what I love about it is like we're in a time right now where every time he's releasing something on his YouTube channel, like we're there to support it. But like 10 years from now, we'll look back and be like, yeah, those were the good old days. We knew about what was going to go down.
Remember when it was 80 cents? Dude, you remember when it was 80 cents?
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's the bridge currency for every cross-border payment that exists. Pretty much, it's
right. Here, I just want to catch up with the chat really quick. I appreciate everybody contributing in the chat. And Sniff, what is up, dude? Frogadelic saying, yo, GDLT, create a token on Stellar Network and do another airdrop. We'll see in the future, man. We'll see. Maybe we do that. I do like the Stellar Network for sure. Muleshoe05, do a dive on IBM Blockchain Network, and you see their big, huge Stellar, Stronghold, Ripple connections. No, yeah, for sure. I've seen those connections with them. And yeah, IBM and what they're doing with WorldWire, it's still happening. A lot of people are sleeping on IBM WorldWire thinking nothing is going on with it. I wouldn't, don't underestimate IBM, y'all. Just don't underestimate what they could be doing. And Stellar has been rumored is just as much as ninja as Ripple is, and especially when IBM has a hold of it and how they're trying to, it could be just as big of a flip the switch thing with Stellar in the future. Don't forget about Acon City and stuff like that. Smart cities being built on Stellar. It's going to be interesting. D. Haviland, personally, I can't ignore the world state at the moment. Lots of people losing their jobs, higher prices, etc. So not sure where we go. D. Haviland, I hear you, man. I think, whenever it starts to get really scary in your surroundings, or at least what you're seeing on the internet or news articles or, just word of mouth from friends and family even, I think that's just the time to just kind of come back to yourself and then just start doing like a simple good thing, not trying to think in terms of the macro and like, oh man, the world's falling apart. It's like, okay, what can I do right now? Maybe something just simple and good, hanging out with a friend, hanging out with a family member, having a good talk, and then just going, okay, the world isn't that bad, because the people I'm close to are doing just okay, right? I certainly hope that's the case for everybody. I get that everyone here is XRP bullish, and to an extent, I'm too but I'm definitely more bullish on BTC and Luna. I hear you, Sniff. No worries, man. I mean, those are both very admirable type of blockchains. I just wish the best in terms of the longevity of those ecosystems and, them having other incentives other than just a race to the bottom type of thing, like trying to just get, taking advantage of the scarcity and everything. Hopefully their tech can speak, do other things as well as just instead of just being like, oh my God, it's super scarce and everybody wants it because of scarcity. FUD creates volatility and volatility creates gains. Yep, exactly. That's very true. Cryptoholic, what's up, fam? Good to see you. Mo Money in the house. And Notorious XRP dropping a $2 donation. E4 Rocket Man, jump on in here, dude. Here's the link, y'all. If anybody wants to join me and Bird Dog, we're just talking crypto and enjoying how early we are, man. We are chilling. We know where it's going. We know what we hold. And whatever story or FUD they want to be posting around it on CoinDesk or Cointelegraph or Bloomberg or whatever, we're still holding on to our digital assets. Can't stop it.
Yeah, and like you said, G, earlier, I mean, they rely on making a story and clicks, and they even if they need to write articles, and that's their business. So yeah, like you were saying, they rely on us to click on their news. So they're kind of obligated to make news stories. One question I have for you, based on that one comment, Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin, BTC. We're obviously bullish on XRP for a reason.
Right.
The utility, right? And the adoption.
Right.
And use case, etc.
Right.
And all the character attributes that comes with XRP, for example. BTC, dude, I don't know. The use case, it's the most slow and the most expensive. It's like, Where do you see BTC going? Honestly, I mean, storage of wealth. I mean, I just don't get it.
Right.
Longevity, like you're saying, outside of scarcity. I mean, I'll just leave it at that. And by the way, I'm not trying to FUD BTC. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm not FUDing it. I just wanted your take on that, Chi.
I mean, for me, like, what I look at is there was OG Bitcoin maxis who were developers on Bitcoin. They did major contributions to Bitcoin and did re-implementations of Bitcoin, and then they bounced to work on the XRPL. So that was already a sign, at least for me, those facts alone were the ultimate BTC maxis, the guys who got to see the bones under the flesh of BTC, and they say, oh, you know what? We don't want to continue working on this. We're going to go work on something that we think is going to be better. It's going to be fully pre-mined, and we're going to work on it from there. Because this whole mining and proof of work algorithm is a dead end. And they saw it coming. If people who know BTC more than I could ever know decided to leave BTC, I think that's true. I think that's a sign as an investor to be like, okay, OG developers don't even believe in the long term.
You would think they'd still be working there. You think they'd still be on it.
Hey, they would be doing what they're doing with XRP and is trying to ensure that BTC has the most liquidity out of any digital asset out there, right? And once again, BTC's ultimate objective is to replace fiat, replace certain forms of value as a value transfer, and XRP went completely opposite. Go pre-mine and be a complement to existing forms of value to the point where you go, well, the complement is good enough as a form of value as well. Then that's when it could become a replacement. But for now, like, just show how good it could do with just making anything of value transfer faster within seconds.
100%, yeah.
So with BTC, it's like I really just don't have any hope for it, but I could see it as a digital gold, I guess. Like, at its best outcome is it becomes like a collectible, like an NFT collectible.
Yeah. Could be a historical artifact. I mean, it is in the history books. It will be in the history books, no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what.
And there's so much to discover yet in terms of Bitcoin. What if Satoshi Nakamoto is revealed in the future? And what if it's not a good revelation? What if it does turn out to be Putin, who's majorly behind Bitcoin? You never know, right? What if it is President Xi, What if it is the NSA or, you know, CIA or whoever these powers to be? We don't know. And yet people feel comfortable investing in something they have no clue who's running it. At least I know
Yeah.
Ripple. At least I know the powers to be and the central banks are trying to screw me over with XRP, right? And hence why I can jump it with XRP. I don't know what they're trying to do to me with BTC.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I'm done with anonymous projects. If
Yeah.
I don't know who the developers are and all those guys, I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah. So it just doesn't make sense, but I think it takes a lot of time in the space to kind of just be going, okay, you know, trying to dabble outside of BTC and going like, wow, I can make faster transactions with these other coins. I can, they have a finite supply as well. There's great, you know, NFTs. There's other great projects that are building on them, applications that are being created. It really is about utility, and the only utility of BTC is it's like an artifact that everybody's fighting for. You know, it's the only thing it has going right now is the digital gold, and that could be suspect to change in the future.
Yeah, and for me, you know, I come from the aspect I'm an investor. I'm here to make a return on investment. I'm here to make ROI. That's why I'm here. And you know, if it's, you know, let's say BTC does a 5x at $200,000 BTC, that sounds like a lot, but XRP 5x is what's that? $4, you know. What's that, $4? I mean, it's gonna go more than $4. I mean, we know that. And so just on a strictly ROI perspective, if you were to buy in now, or whatever, you know, wherever you are, I mean, the ROI is with these other, like something like XRP, for example. I'm here to make money. That's why I'm here. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like the tech and I think it's cool, but yeah. And I'm involved as much as I keep getting more and more involved. But I'm here to make, let's boil it. I'm here to make money. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Know?
No, definitely. And I mean, like, every man has his price, dude. I even think about that with XRP. If once XRP starts hitting certain numbers, I can't say no to, you know, goodbye to some portions of my XRP bag. Like, I mean, I understand that XRP is providing an alternative to fiat, but hell, man, fiat still seems like it's going to be here for at least, you know, as an exchangeable, like the most exchangeable thing to pay off your taxes, pay off like bills, pay off like a lot of things in life, you know. So, and you don't have to deal with the volatility. You want to just go into whatever is stable, whether it's a stable coin, I don't know, but you know, everybody's got their price.
Yeah, and I mean I think that's why we were talking passive income so much. Like in the meantime, while we wait for moonshots, I mean, my moves are like I do swing trades.
Nice.
I don't really trade short term. So during some, let's say we have an alt season coming up, hypothetically, and let's say I have my numbers for XRP that I will be selling with the intention of buying back when there's a correction. So I do, and I've done okay with swings. I'm super conservative. I don't try and play with if it's just a few pennies more or less, but I will be selling XRP at certain numbers, and I will be buying back at the same XRP. With the intention of increasing my bag. And then the passive income is for the day-to-day, you know, like you were saying, bills and things.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, the future's bright for sure. I mean, but I mean, and with that, I think De Havilland was saying, I mean, I look at the world events. Those are just one more indicator on where I should invest in. You know, whether it's sell the news and buy the FUD, or whether it's something's going on in China or Russia or wherever, that is, to me, is just an indicator to add to the rest of the charts or the whatever on where I should best position myself, you know. But I'm bullish, dude. You know what I mean? I'm bullish on life in general, to be honest with you. I mean, this is just a means for me to enjoy this matrix and buy nicer cars and more comfortable chairs and you know, maybe a hot tub or two, I don't know, but yeah, man, I'm bullish, dude. I'm pumped. I feel so blessed to even be here in this, at this time. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The timing is insane. That's why I think we're chosen, bro. I think we can see the light. We go, dude, we have the epiphany that
right.
This is where the whole economy is going, and we are holders of that. So I don't want to talk. I'm not talking any FUD. I'm super bullish on everything, brother.
Yeah, exactly. Ultimately bullish on the future of the market and digital assets being mass adopted without a doubt. Will all of them be mass adopted? Probably not. And there's going to be some harsh realities and growing pains with that. But hopefully, along with those growing pains, we're making a good amount of money as well. Ani Brito is in the chat. What's up, Ani Brito? Good to see you. Appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful Sunday. Hopefully, everybody here is having an awesome Sunday. Bird Dog and I are just having a continuation of conversation, basically from hanging out in Berserker's channel. If you guys want to jump in on our meet.jitsi, feel free to jump on in, guys. We're having a good convo, just hanging out with people, talking about crypto, talking about the future of crypto, and, this kind of slow progression of, going into this next generation of the cryptocurrency market, right? This next era, right? And it seems like hopefully it'll be part utility era, but also seeing fast transaction cryptos, high transaction speed, low gas fee type of cryptos starting to really take over in the market. We're already seeing a slow progression over towards Solana, with Coinbase now even making it comparable that Ethereum and Solana are even in the same realm of competition. I'm sure that pissed off a lot of ETH maxis, and I'm sure that just made a lot of Solana bulls very bullish. And the ecosystem, very excited to see the ecosystem start to jump on into the Coinbase realm. Coinbase knows what's up with Solana. They know that FTX has made, and Alameda Research has made big investments in Solana, so something's going on there. And them recognizing their competition, basically Coinbase's competition, FTX, having been supportive of Solana from the earlier days, already kind of catching up to where Coinbase is at, and now Coinbase going, okay, we're supporting Solana as well, right? We need to get some of that Solana business from you guys. And yeah, smart move from Coinbase to do so, and just kind of makes it more bullish on ETH killer possibilities, right? Like this makes me more bullish now on things like Avalanche, Phantom, Algorand, the Cosmos ecosystem, like what we all know here in the chat about slow transactions and high gas fees with Ethereum, and then of course what's going on with Bitcoin. We're starting to see the benefits of that in these other ecosystems. But these people, ETH and BTC are top dogs for a reason, and when they roar up in price, they roar. But right now, it's certainly seeming like we're having a transition here over to, other possibilities that aren't charging us so much money per transaction. What's up, Bird Dog?
Yeah, bro, you put me on the Solana at like $20. Man, I'll always be appreciative of that. How do you even decide? How do you do this research to where you go, this is a real thing?
Yeah, I think you have to have like kind of a mantra where you can break a root out from. So for me, it was like Interledger Protocol. Anything connected to Ripple and Interledger Protocol, that's where I'm going to be going all in on. And so I saw Greg Kidd. I was like, okay, former chief risk officer of Ripple, former member of the Fed. Let's check out his portfolio. Holy crap, this guy was an early investor in Square, Twitter, Coinbase, so many other things. And then he was worked with Ripple. And then I see that he has a partnership with Solana. So I was like, okay, Solana seems legit to me. They had a bunch of other connections with like Google and Microsoft. So I was like, I'm liking where I'm seeing Solana from. Their team, was head of Qualcomm and things like that. The guys who make your microchips in your phone. So I was like, okay, that seemed like at least a good swing for the fences, especially at that time where Solana was priced at. Just taking a little risk there and seeing what would happen. But that was kind of, it's still my mantra to this day. Like, okay, if there's any semblance of a connection to Interledger Protocol or the future of Web3, Greg Kidd or any other investor who has invested in those type of ecosystems, I'm in. I heard the Cosmos ecosystem talking about Interledger, right? And I was like, okay, I'm
Mm-hmm.
in on Cosmos. I'm in on anything Cosmos. And then now it's all about Cosmos. At least I feel like it is. Like their community is
Yeah.
growing massively because of
Yeah,
all these
man.
airdrops that are happening, right? So, and then just it. I do spend a lot of time research, man. I try to listen to the words of these developers, how they're saying them, if they actually know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Stefan Thomas, the guy who's like the CTO for Ripple, like he gives you a lot of great information of what to look for in other projects. And then you see his partnerships or friendships that he has. He's friends with certain people from the Cosmos ecosystem. He's friends with the guys from Flare, right? So it's like, okay, I want to, I even go into Twitter and I'll follow, I'll see who David Schwartz is following. I'll see who Ashish Burla
Yeah.
is following. And if they're following like an interesting crypto project, I'm like, all right, they might know something about it that I don't. I'm down to throw in a little bit of money on that and see what happens.
Yeah.
Hell, Brad
Yeah.
Garlinghouse said he was an angel investor in Filecoin, and then Greg Kidd's an investor in Filecoin. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have some Filecoin just to see what the future looks like for that.
Yeah, I think that's big business. That Filecoin type of missions. That's like data storage and things.
Right.
Yeah, so you invest in people. You basically invest in people. You go, these guys are successful. I'm going to put my money on these guys.
It's like that old adage, follow the money. But I'm like, you know what? These guys still are hustling, and they have like that aggressiveness to try to find these projects. I understand everybody has that for their own things. Like people like Raoul Paul and, Michael Saylor and stuff, and or Elon Musk, or like they like following those people's baskets. I like following the people who aren't really talked about in mainstream media. But like, for example, Greg Kidd is such a gem because he brought me on to HBAR at 3 cents. He brought me on to Cody at 3 cents. Solana at like $5 or $1, and then Ripple and, so I'm like,
man.
And this guy's not even like, the guy's a freaking ninja and nobody really talks about him. And it's like, okay, that's the type of money person to me that I like to follow, is these people who aren't featured on your CNNs.
Celebrity rich people.
Yeah, exactly. But they're rich as fuck. Like the dude.
Yeah, dude.
like a Greg Kidd has been on air saying that he owns 1 billion XRP. Like, holy cow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So this guy's gonna be he's already a trillionaire, I'm sure. The guy, because of being an early investor in Twitter and so many other, platforms. Like. So I love these ninja investors.
So these guys want to win. They don't even care about the money anymore. They just want to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Investing in people, and then like, believing in those people to help you take those risks in investing in like something that might not seem legit at the time, but just kind of seeing, like for all we know, HBAR can still die and crash. I'm hoping I can get at least another 10x out of HBAR before taking some major profits from it. I would love to see a $2 HBAR and then be like, okay, I'm out of here. Yeah. Do I believe in the project super long term? Yeah, I'll always have a hodl bag, especially if they start really showing like use in the community and like ease of access of sending transactions to fellow community members and NFT marketplace and stuff like that. That'll be really cool.
Yeah, it sounds like they have the technology. The tech is good and the developers are good.
Yeah. But yeah, since I believe in XRP and I chose XRP to be like my number one, a lot of things like is me trying to find anything that's comparable to it, or like hearing their developers talking with, the Cosmos developers, and I'm like, okay, Cosmos ecosystem's legit. Like if they're on par with these guys,
Well, yeah, it sucks if you're just only holding XRP is my savings account. That's
right,
where I
same,
put my
same.
savings account. My gains go into it. I can't sit back and wait for XRP while I see other projects, price popping. So when I do take gains, it goes into XRP, and sheesh, when that goes, oh my gosh. You know what I mean? It goes last, but it goes freaking high, dude. So I don't want to sit around and wait for that necessarily. I want to be involved in, I have HBAR. I think I got into HBAR around 20 cents, and I think you brought that awareness. I think around 20 cents ish.
Oh, we were talking about it. We're like, it's been at 3 cents forever. So it's a good one.
But
man.
I also don't, the doing your own research. For everyone else, like I don't just listen to people.
Right.
I listen to, and then sometimes it takes me. I got to do my research, and then I go, oh wait, this is an actual thing, and by the time I get into it, it's 20 cents. Right. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, hell yeah, man. Thanks for the 28 viewers, the 20 likes. Guys, feel free to jump in on this group chat. If not, me and Bird Dog are having a good time here for sure. But, if you guys want to jump in, enjoy the Sunday and have a little convo about crypto, don't be shy.
Yeah, and I can't see the chats on this. I'm on my cell phone, so I can't see any chats, and I'm still learning the buttons on this one.
Yeah. I'll let you know if there's any questions. Right now, it's just people kind of saying, hey, what's up? D. Haviland saying, I believe an overwhelming majority of us are bullish as fuck. My caution is that I'm next door to Russia and have a swabbish government, so food and shelter plays in my mind just as a securing a future. Yeah, D. Haviland, I mean, if you're in a situation
are you in
like
Finland?
That,
D. Haviland, are you in Finland?
Yeah, here.
I think he's in Finland.
We'll wait for his answer there. Sniff saying, I've noticed that when exchanges start decreasing the APY for certain coins, that means those coins are going to increase in value. Sniff, I actually felt that when I saw that happen with Algorand on Coinbase. Seeing their percentage of staking APY go down a significant amount made me go, okay, they're probably prepping for some algo hype coming soon. Because they dropped it down a good percent. It was like 5% for Algorand staking, and it went down to like 0.4 or something on Coinbase. So I think they're bullish on what's to come for Algorand. And that's the thing. HBAR, Algorand, these type of cryptos weren't around in 2018 or they came out during later 2018, but they didn't experience that initial hype cycle. So we have no clue what they look like in a bull run yet. Focus in the chat. Diesel Hound in the chat. What's up, guys? So D. Haviland saying, yes, I'm from Finland.
I mean, well, I don't know what your situation is, but Finland has a history of pushing back on invaders from that side, but there's always the option of possibly moving to a place a little more sunny. Just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah. Well, hopefully his cryptos go up tremendously so he could just bounce as soon as possible.
Yes. And I love the Finns, man. Those are good people there, man. You guys have good people there, for sure. But yeah.
By the way, guys. Sunnier. Yeah. By the way, guys, I just want to take some time here to just give a shout out, a little selfish plug here. But yeah, check out Ledger City Radio, guys, if you haven't checked it out already. I'm releasing highlight clips from our live Twitter spaces, and then we're also doing live streams from that YouTube channel as well, and those highlights will be up very soon. We did our first one, Ledger Citizens United, on there. So yeah, if you guys can check it out, and if you dig it, subscribe. And we're building a hell of community there with the Ledger Citizens. So, yep, just letting y'all know about it. And we're going to be interviewing. We're going to actually have an LCU tomorrow night, and then we're also interviewing Ledger City Game on Twitter Spaces on Tuesday. So if you guys are part of the Ledger Citizens and you want to ask Ledger City a question, please tune into that Twitter Space on Tuesday at 4 p.m. PST, 7 p.m. EST. This is going to be a good opportunity to really try to get a vision of what they're planning with Ledger City and what we can initially expect as well. By the way, are you jumping in on Ledger City, Bird Dog?
Not yet, man. Trust me, I haven't. Not yet, no.
I got you.
I listened to all your Ledger City conversations, and I haven't jumped in yet.
Yeah. No, I mean there's really no rush to it as long as you. I mean you have XRP, so anytime you can just claim that building. You can even do a wait and see approach. Just see how like people are reviewing the game, and if it starts to look good and seems fun, then you can just claim your building, right? You already have that
It's
building
mostly
based on your account.
It's mostly due to procrastination. It has nothing to do with the project itself. I listen to I'm procrastinating, but I will get into it.
Yeah.
And I will claim my Ledger City real estate.
By the way, you'll be able to claim it this week. At least make prove that you own those addresses, so it'll make it one less step from when the game actually is released.
Yeah, for sure, man. So yeah, I'm gonna get into it. I'll have to make some time. D.
Haviland saying to you, we have a brilliant history, man. Problem is the current politics, and let's not dive into that. Good people here and ready to go if things go sideways. Yeah, man. I just hope many blessings to you over there, and I hope no danger
100%.
comes your direction, man. Focus saying I subscribe to find out a little bit more. I appreciate that. Focus. Yeah, because a lot of people, when we do our Twitter spaces on there for Ledger City Radio, it goes on for like about close to 2 hours. But we get a hell of a community jumping in there and asking a lot of questions. So we throw the highlights of those on the YouTube channel, and they're like always about like anywhere from like 20 seconds to a couple of minutes long, depending on the conversation being had. Bullish BK, XRP looks like as if it wants to break out of the triangle so bad. Yeah, let's take a look at its chart really quick for XRP. We're pretty bullish because we had a recent breakout. But like I've said, could be a good time to take profits. We might revisit 76 cents again. But yeah, this is still a good sign, man. This bullish momentum that we're getting. I just remember how dire it was whenever we were at 59 cents, 57 cents. And that was in January of this year, right? So now we're here. Hopefully we can get some bullish momentum. We made a Gohan call. We see an inverse head and shoulders forming here. So a lot of things indicating we should break out towards the upside, but global catalysts can certainly happen. We kind of mapped it out here. I know you can't see it, Bird Dog, but yeah, we got a breakout that we're expecting, but we could see a retracement to at least 65 cents if things were to break bearish, and then still have hopes of breaking out towards new all-time highs.
Yeah, I think any dips are going to be temporary. I think we're just going to go sideways until April.
Yeah.
My strategy since January, December, I've just been hodling and accumulating. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you, man. This is the time to be accumulating, is times of fear. Times where people are just so skeptical about the market and thinking it's going to continue to go lower. When you start getting a general consensus of that, that's when I start going, okay, what is the stock RSI saying? What is the MACD saying? What are the charts saying? Like that's how we got this nice relief rally up to 80 cents. We were buying at the 57 or 60 cent range going, hey, if you're looking for a bottom, this could possibly be it. And it pivoted up. We even called the top on that one when it went to about 90 cents. We're like, this is good profit taking level. Nobody wanted to believe it because their emotions are like, no, it's just going to keep going up. This is it. This is the breakout we've all been looking for.
For sure. That's how you increase your bags without actually coming out of your pocket. I'm still learning the charts, and I'm studying the Wyckoff method, and I'm not fully confident in my if we're talking 80 cents now, we're going to I'm not going to play around with pennies, but I do make swing trades on a little bit. So I'm still learning. But anyone that I'm telling you, it changed my whole game. Learning the charts, learning the patterns and RSI and MACD and all those type of things. It's really improved and I've only been studying for about 6 months. So I do lean on people like yourself to interpret the charts and interpret the indicators.
Right.
But man, this year so far, I've not been confident on numbers.
Yeah.
I've only been you know what I mean? So there's no selling up and buying it back. I've just been, that's me personally.
Yeah, exactly. Just hodl strong, man. We got D. Haviland saying,
Hold
Corey,
on.
a good advice. Oh, so somebody was asking, how much total XRP would you recommend someone to have if they're just getting into the coin for the first time at these prices? So, Corey, once again, I'll never tell you what to do, but just to answer your question, and just obviously not coming from a realm of financial advice or anything, I think a good total of XRP to have is at least 1,000. Having 1,000 XRP to start off with at these current prices, I think is fine. But obviously, it depends on what you're willing to lose. Once again, getting into crypto is like going into a casino. There's going to be ones that just look like they're so amazing, like an XRP, based on the research and everything backing it, but you never know, right? So it's like you're participating in a casino here.
And when you do your own research, actually do your own research, and you have the epiphany phase and you know what you hold in reference to XRP, you like, I know what this is a real thing, then you can set a goal and say, I want 1,000 XRP. And then you work your way to that goal.
Right.
And then you adjust, and then you go, well, now I want 10,000 XRP. Yeah. The thing is with the confidence, and that builds your confidence in what you hold when you actually do your own research and not just listen to people on YouTube, for example. Like you literally go and you read other thing and you just spend hours reading, and then you go, I am confident in this investment. How much should I have? I mean, it depends on where you are in your life, but if you set a goal and go, I'm going to acquire 1,000 XRP, and you know, however long, you know what I mean? Maybe it takes you a month or 2 or 3 or however long, you know, unfortunately it's hard for others like GM and anyone else to tell you how much you should hold when we're confident. We're confident in what we're hodling, right? So even if the price goes down, we go, okay, well, we're just going to wait. We're going to wait it out because the fear doesn't affect us. We know what we hold. We're confident in what we hold. And so how much should you hold is, you know, it's kind of rough to answer that if you're lacking FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. FUD is crushed when you do your own research. There is no FUD when you do your own research and you are, again, confidence. Yeah. Swift, cross-border payments, and you look at all the big picture and you go, dude, I need 1,000 XRP. You know what I mean? I'm going to work. I've got 100 right now. I'm going to work my way there. So setting goals for yourself, but you do need to take personal responsibility and not listen to everyone. Listen to bring awareness, but then you have to take personal responsibility on what you invest in. And unfortunately, there are no shortcuts.
Yeah.
That's my little rant.
And Sandy, be grateful. Welcome to the Blue Crew. You got a wrench. She's asking, or they're asking, why is no one discussing the Corium drop? To tell you the truth, why I even dropped off talking about Solo is because I took profit. I took profit on Solo. I don't know, some people were here around when we were talking about Solo at 10 cents. We were over in a park saying, Sologenic is at 10 cents. What's going on? It doesn't look like there's anything wrong with the project. We know there's an NFT marketplace about to come out with it. And so we took advantage of that opportunity, and then we cashed out. We cashed out once it started going up really, really high, and it was unbelievable. So, everybody gets their price. I hit my price with Solo. I hold a very little amount, but in terms of keeping up with the project, I don't really know too much. I do know there's really cool activity going on with Sologenic decks currently and what they're doing with their NFTs. But yeah, I was lucky to be early there and recognize an opportunity to take advantage of volatility. So that's why I really don't talk about Solo too much. But it's looking like a good opportunity again, possibly here, the closer we get to 30 cents with Solo. God, I remember when I realized what XRP was going to be, and that was a crazy time. Bullish BK. Yeah, that moment that you have the It's kind of like a flip of the switch. That moment you just realize how logical and realistic XRP seems. At first, you think XRP is like the allure of it is the banks, but when you actually start doing the research and deep diving into it and seeing, not only seeing the partnerships, but seeing how they're, you know, creating, um, creating this like infrastructure with the XRPL and the Ripple net, and then the other ecosystems or other, R3 is going to make a contribution to XRP. They don't have a ton of XRP for no reason, right? R3, I don't know if you guys remember, R3 and Ripple had a lawsuit, and R3 has a really good amount of XRP for themselves as well. So this ecosystem that XRP has going on is more than just Ripple, but what Ripple, just one thing in the XRP ecosystem is doing is tremendous. Like one use case out of one company in that ecosystem, just imagine, once Coil really goes underway, and that's separate from Ripple, Interledger Protocol, what SBI is trying to do, Moja Loop, right? I missed the Flare snapshot, so I was afraid to sell my Solo or Corium. Yeah, I got to do more research on Corium. I do know some members in the community who are bullish on it, but ultimately, I'm just very heavy XRP maxi. I'm starting to become an LCC. If Ledger City starts to really follow through, I'm excited for Ledger City coin, but I don't really own too many, cryptos that are XRPL based. It's just mostly XRP. I'm waiting for my Flare drop. I'm staking my Songbird, and that's about it, really. I'm excited for LCC token, though. That's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I looked into Corium myself, and I'm sure it's going to be fun. I'm sure it's good, but I mean, I'll be honest with you, it kind of reminds me of other projects. It's like these, and Flare as well. It's like, why do these projects overpromise and underdeliver? Why do they set target dates? Yeah. Like I've in the professional world, I mean, we set target dates, and they are conservative target. Like if you think you're going to get something done next month, let's make it 2 months from now, so that we can actually deliver on the target date. And that's kind of what Corium reminds me of. Not fudding it. I'm sure it's fine. I was looking into getting that airdrop, and I was just like, you know what? I'll just miss out on this one. I can't catch, even if it's awesome, I'm not going to catch every opportunity. And that's just my little take on it.
Right, exactly.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine, guys. But so many opportunities.
No, exactly. It's just you can only jump in on so many projects, and yeah, they can go up in price and make you a ton of money. I haven't had the draw yet to Corium. I never really had too big of a draw to Solo, aside from just seeing an opportunity with price and that the company still existed, that there wasn't any legitimate FUD for Solo at that time. So it was just taking advantage of an opportunity for me. With XRP, it's way more than just trying to take advantage of an opportunity. Yes, there's a good amount of taking advantage of this opportunity we have while there's regulatory uncertainty. But, the fundamentals are very strong for this project. It has set a standard for how other projects have to be. And realizing that, Ethereum is facing this. Bitcoin is facing this, believe it or not. They're realizing, crap, we should have been focused on making the payment aspect of our token, our coin, very efficient, fast, and cheap, and then worry about smart contracts, and then worry about building, on top of it. But, now you're seeing companies like the HBARs, the ALGOs, the XLMs, and whatnot, learning and taking from XRP and being like, yeah, we need to be fast transactions, cheap to transact with, and then we can build everything else on top of that. Hell, that's why you're seeing Solana succeeding so quickly, because of its high transaction speed, the cheapness of its fees. People don't care if it goes down because they already know how ambitious this project is and how much, how fast these transaction speeds are happening with Solana, that they're like, yeah, we hope the security will be figured out over time. But we're definitely getting enough users regardless. Sandy Be Grateful saying, I want to see my building in Ledger City. LOL. I also think people that signed up with the Deaton lawsuit should get something extra in LC. Oh, that's interesting. Get something extra in Ledger City. I mean, yeah, maybe somebody in the community can make that happen in Ledger City. Yeah, the Deaton lawsuit thing, I think it's admirable, and I'm happy that he's representing for investors who've gotten screwed over by the Ripple SEC lawsuit. For me, I didn't get screwed over by this lawsuit. I've made money from this lawsuit. XRP is at prices I would have never seen before this lawsuit. If you guys knew what it's like to be XRP investors before the lawsuit even happened, you know, we never saw XRP break through $1. We saw that happen during the Ripple and SEC lawsuit. So SEC could keep doing what they like to do. I believe regulatory clarity is probably underway, hopefully for this year. But it seems like XRP still, XRP would have just still been hanging around 20 cents if the SEC Ripple lawsuit was really affecting it in a major way. Hell, they would be out of the top 10. XRP would have dropped very, very hard. There's something else going on behind the scenes other than how it's being affected by the Ripple and SEC lawsuit.
There's still some people sitting on $2 XRP bags from
2018. Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point.
Yeah, the Deaton case is great for adding pressure, but yeah, I mean,
yeah, no,
I'm sure she was saying that tongue in cheek, I imagine, yeah. But yeah, is this like a class action? I don't know if this is a class action. Either way.
Yeah, I think it's just funny.
More pressure is great. It's kind of like when you write your senator a bunch of letters. It just adds more pressure. There's more, hey, guess what? We are tens of thousands of investors, and we're calling you, SEC. Where are you at? And, yeah, it's great for me on the sidelines who are not involved in the case, but I do have skin in the game because I do hold it. So, tip my hat to those guys, and that's great that they are at least pressuring the powers that be.
And I don't want to come off as an asshole or anything. I kind of feel like if Deaton wasn't people wouldn't be understanding what the hypocrisy of this SEC lawsuit case was what's happening in the hypocrisy of it if it wasn't for Deaton. But at the same time, I feel like this case's outcome would have still been the same if Deaton was or wasn't involved. I do believe that this. I believe that this lawsuit with the SEC and Ripple, from the very beginning, they already knew what the outcome was going to be. It was just too much of a show. You had Brad Garlinghouse literally calling out the SEC in every interview before the lawsuit, going, "Hey, we need clarity." If the SEC wasn't just sitting on their ass the whole time, so then the SEC, and that he even mentioned having talked with the SEC every single day, having talked with Clayton mostly every day, and them never bringing up that XRP was a security, and yet this lawsuit happens. So the day of the lawsuit, we were celebrating with the BLUECREW. We were going, this is the fastest way to regulatory clarity that you can get, you guys. You guys don't I don't care if it seems long or not. This is the fastest way for a digital asset to get regulatory clarity. So we're going to go through the hoops and hurdles with this thing. And hell, funny enough, even though the price crashed that day, it has gone nothing but up so far. I mean, yeah, it went up to $2 and then retraced to 80 cents, but we're not back at 18 cents. We're not back at 20 cents again. So it's been nothing but plus since that Ripple and SEC lawsuit compared to where it was when it was 11 cents, the real bottom of that bear market.
Yeah, there's so much shenanigans when you do court stuff. I mean, you got lawyers that want to tag on and just get media exposure for themselves, right? You know, and then like you were saying, you got Brad Garlinghouse. I mean, sheesh. Gee, if you were in a court case, would you be calling out your opposition in the open? You know what I mean?
Dude.
You know what I mean? That's wild to be like these, to be calling them out so that makes me definitely think this is kind of like you already know it's kind of like predetermined.
Yeah, I feel like I think he was given a green light. Like him and his team and the legal team were like, okay, yeah, we're ready to go to court to accelerate this process of get regulatory clarity for XRP and start this
Put
new
some
era.
pressure on them.
Start this new era of digital asset adoption, and in this new era, XRP will be the leader. It'll be the first regulated and true regulatory clarity crypto. And SEC wants them to win too. The SEC works for these big banks. They're just doing what their bosses are telling them to do. And the bosses are like, yo, we want to roll out Ripple very slowly and try to FUD out as many people as possible before the flip of the switch moment. So let's have them chase dog coins. Let's have this lawsuit happening. Let's have metaverse start popping off. Let's have a war going on. Let's have precious metals start to do their thing. Let's start having all this other distractions outside of just XRP.
Swift in the news.
Yeah.
Your world, your other cataclysmic stuff in the news for sure.
Yeah.
And then, I've heard arguments as well that are, it's like the SEC, do they even have jurisdiction over something like crypto? You know what I mean? Are they out of bounds? Aren't they just securities and stock market? And I understand the case. Is it a security? I get it. I get all that. But it's like, are they overstepping their boundaries? And again, I know this is all, it's like this is why I try and stay away from the news, actually, because it affects my psyche in a way where it's like, I get into these straw man arguments like, is it in their jurisdiction for the SEC to even provide any sort of regulation on a cryptocurrency? So there's that argument, but that argument is still in the works. It's interesting how this will lay out, because there's also after Ripple XRP, there's other cryptos that have also been doing the right thing, so to speak, and they will be next in line. So XRP sets a precedent, which is important, and then there's other project companies that are in line to then go through the same process, so to speak.
Yep. And I'm wondering how dramatic it's going to be. Is XRP just going to be a clear leader for a while because it'll be like the first regulated crypto, and then other cryptos will have to do the same due diligence that Ripple and XRP did in their process with the SEC? Or is SEC going to make it shorter court cases for all these other cryptos because of what they learned from the Ripple and SEC? I think it's
shorter.
Lawsuit?
I'm thinking once you set a precedent, it's like a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some paperwork involved. There's some fees involved, etc. You gotta grease the right. Hey man, you gotta grease the right palms. That's just how it is. That's just how things operate. Sorry, that's reality. You need to, But I imagine it would be shorter. This is the long one, and then the following crypto projects will be shorter because a precedent has already been set.
Exactly.
That's the way I interpret it.
Exactly. And Sam Bankman-Fried from Alameda Research saying he thinks there will only be like 4 or 5 major cryptos that are running a significant amount of volume. So whatever those after XRP does set that precedent, what is going to be the next ones? Is FTX going to be next in line with their FTT token and what they're trying to do with their platform? They already have exposure to a lot of people in America, obviously, with what they're doing. Everybody remembers that Larry David FTX commercial. It was really well done. So they seem like there will be one to try to break into the U.S.
The ones I saw on a list was Cellular is on a list, and Voyager app which is on the list. And these are, U.S. incorporated companies.
Yeah.
I don't know if Voyager
Celsius
was talking about going public.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, they were talking about going public, and then you have Cellular, which is,
Celsius,
awesome.
Right? Celsius, I think.
Celsius. I apologize. Yeah. I meant to say Celsius. Yeah. They're on the list. They're offering collateralized loans. They're offering lending, and you get interest. They're offering these financial products.
Yeah.
So the way I see it is, if it's a good thing that XRP is going through to get clarity, and we see that as a positive, that means these other projects on the list, on the target, are also positives.
Right.
In my opinion, because then they'll go through the process and then they'll be approved, so to speak.
Yeah, I actually do think Voyager is a sneaky one. They've been, man, talk about cryptos missing opportunities on some. Is that I never had the full confidence of Voyager, but I remember I would talk about it on the channel because sometimes I'll talk about a crypto. Sure, I'm not invested in it, but I'll spread the word to the Blue Crew, and just to spread word. But we talked about VGX, the token for Voyager, and that exchange, and we talked about it like, dude, it was at 4 cents. It was at like 4 cents. Same thing with Celsius. I just never felt uberly confident in them for some reason. And then they end up blowing up, and it's like, oh, well, it's a lesson learned to, maybe take a swing at some of these, But they seemed interesting. That was the thing. The thing with Celsius and Voyager, they just seemed like they wanted to be doing the right thing. Alice Bashinsky and what he's doing with Celsius, and the guy who leads Voyager, they just had that. Yeah. They had that same adult in the room type of approach, like Brad Garlinghouse does.
Yeah. That's that American style. That's that American business style.
Exactly.
I'm invested in Voyager for the exact same reasons you just mentioned. Yeah. They operate like a centralized company, they operate like a Venmo or Cash App type of company, but they're offering crypto services. Yes, they have that official. I'm an American CEO who does all the right things. You know what I mean? I check all the boxes. So that's why I invested in them. I have, I'm in their little loyalty program thing, and I'm waiting to see. We'll see where they head. But I'm invested in VGX, and I have their app, and I have some stuff on there.
Yeah.
But they're doing there's the outlaw way of doing crypto, right?
Right.
There's the outlaw way, going F the system, F the establishment. We're doing decentralized and we're breaking all the rules. Okay, fine. But then there's we're going to follow all the rules types. And I think Voyager is we're following all the rules types. And,
Yeah, and on that note, Bird Dog, I'm sorry, man, but we got to be bouncing. We got to head out here. But it was good talking and hanging with you, man. Hopefully we can have you next time. And maybe even on a Ledger City radio session, too. We do this type of thing on there as well. But I appreciate you coming out, man, and joining and keeping me company here on a Sunday. And next time, guys, feel free to jump on in. But Bird Dog, it was awesome talking with you, man.
Thank you very much. Much love, everyone. Thank you. Peace.
Yeah, have a happy Sunday, dude. See you soon. So yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in for another Crypto and Chill or Chill Crypto live stream here. I appreciate you guys so much. Always grateful to everybody here. I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Thank you. BTC community, XRP community, DLT community, crypto communities, Blue Crew, and all the communities out there. The future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. Our future is bright. Keep the eye of the tiger, y'all. Much love to the Blue Crew, the Green Giants, and the Ledger citizens. See you guys very soon. Have a wonderful Sunday. Adios.